If there's one move that just doesn't make any sense, it's doing planks. But if you want the core strength, upper body strength, and full body integrated strength that planks allegedly provide, then I'm gonna show you not only the moves, but the sequences of moves that are missing from your training that build strength ninjas, just like you see in all my videos from the Pacific Rim Athletics universe. Now, don't get me wrong, planks can have benefit, same as tracing letters in a kindergarten workbook. Jokes aside, it's just another static position of the human body. And we do static positions all the time, like plank, and horse stance, and frog stand, and even handstand. Just not how you think. In fact, I have a whole video about static training with tons of views, but notice something. It's the degree of difficulty that you attain for the static position, which is the important part. So, building to a handstand is much more valuable than just doing long freaking planks that go nowhere. But this is not about just telling you to do handstands, okay? Because we're gonna go into much greater depth, which is gonna be transformative for your entire body and brain as you begin to reconfigure and rebuild from the inside out. Because the next phase is about connecting these singular positions into integrated, powerful movement. Again, not simply holding for long ass times thinking because the body is sweating it's doing something, but rather building layer by layer, piece by piece until you've assembled a new avatar of strength and skill, like over 5,000 strength ninjas have done. Yes, kids and teens, but also men and women like you, professionals in their fields, doctors, attorneys, CEOs, pro athletes, engineers, architects, and even beginners. So, the first position that we're gonna use is a variation on the plank called a three-point stance, which initiates further athletic movement, as you'll see in a moment. And this is where it'll get interesting because this is developmental for fascia through every single joint, especially as we add movement. But if you don't continue building and you think that only certain specific moves like this are gonna be the magic lever you pull, it doesn't work like that. And neither do videos, so don't mistake them for instruction, okay? So the second piece that we use is stepping from the three-point stance into first base. And these are positions that even beginners get right into building. And here is where, even in these most basic shapes, you might be tremoring, shaking, and it's challenging your nervous system to keep adapting as it learns these new positions and moves through skills acquisition. But if you make the mistake of stopping at that point, then you will not continue to grow in strength and mobility. So we proceed to connect to second base. And at this point is where a lot of folks will just give up because we start to tap into higher levels of strength. For example, lifting into the straddle V stand. But I guarantee you that if you keep going, you will start to see how all of these dots connect. At this point, we're at the most challenging transition. And that is the thesis here. Not holding long-winded static holds, but learning transitions. The cursive writing of human movement that begins to set you apart from the 95% of the rest of the human population who are rationing their movements in a mindset of fear and begrudgingly doing their sets and reps at Planet Workout somewhere. But here you're elevating your training as you go around the corner and go through to third base. In a mirror image of the first base as the shaking and tremoring kicks in again. And then from there, sliding home. And then following that with a planche lift. And then ultimately, wrapping all of this together into a brand new skill called a flare. Well, that was fun. If you want to build body mastery so you can progress 10 times faster and move with freedom and power and enjoy training in a community of like-minded men and women, then apply for training to see if you qualify. See you in the next video and in training soon.